we are all bothered about, conditioned about our looks. So, hair has got a definite value for our looks, like our skin. Ayurveda has numerous oil preparations, medicinal formulations, which helps us to grow the hair, which restores our lost hair. It's been the claim. So, if we get confused, how we are about to decide on it, which oil to be chosen for our hair growth to stop the hair fall. Say, if I list out few many preparations of from the traditional texts of Ayurveda, say for example, Kayanyadi is the most popular one, Bhringaraja oil, which has been in use as a hair promoter, which is good for hair growth. Does it help? Will it help when there are lot many other physiological variations? Means the body functions are varied with the other glands involved or organs involved. Does our food pattern relate to? Will it improve if we add on nourishment, nutritious food for special hair growth? Let me brief it with a small ideas what you can understand. Yes, oil of which there are varied kind of preparations which is being used in Ayurveda. Sesame oil is of course a best option for improving the skin tone and musculature and joints, wherein coconut oil, which is a product basically popular in hair oil preparations of Kerala, has an upper hand in promoting the hair growth for the reason that it has a rich in protein and it has an antioxidant activity which improves the hair growth directly. So, as a medium, as I can explain, why oil? Why not the raw medicine or in other forms of preparations like kashayam, lekams, etc. does matter in hair growth? The studies of Ayurveda has shown that heavy molecular weight, that is fat or oils, has a property to pass on to the brain, passing the blood-brain barrier. Our body functions are mostly regulated either with the hormones or with the neurological of the brain functions. It matters what molecules, what substances pass on to the brain to give us the deeper acting result from the medicines what we use. So, oil has a capacity to absorb the qualities of the medicines or whatever being used in it and multiply the impact, the qualities. So, in effect, the Kayanya, the famous preparation, Eclipta alba is the ingredient, main ingredient of that preparation. If you go deeper into it, the constituent ingredient of the Eclipta alba is mostly Viravectol, which has a rich source of protein to necessitate, to help the growth of our hair root and protect the skin of the scalp. Beyond that, the brain develops a capacity and improves the hair growth because as the body functions are being regulated either by our the brain part with the two things, pituitary gland and the midbrain. So along with the action internally happening, externally the skin layer also is contributing. Other than Eclipta alba Kyonia, the herb, the plant being used popularly for hair growth is Neela Amari, which is far more important in giving the hair color. In premature graying, it stains, it gives a color improvement for the hair follicles. It's been really a dying effect to make the hair follicle come back to the black, which is the richness of the look of the hair. Certainly, the nourishment, the nutrition, what we follow contributes for the hair growth. The kind of food rich in vitamin C is generally good for hair growth. Vitamin A is also supporting the hair growth, so that carrots are really good, and the sources of vitamin C, which are the berries, the fruit gooseberry is the amla is the best one, which is good for even improving our immunity. Depending on the way we take it in matters so much. We can take it as a raw juice, or else as paste, or else we can have preparations varied kind of Ayurveda. Instead of single medicine herb, Ayurveda supports and provides combinations of different herbs together. It's been explained upon the basic understanding that Ayurveda says when herbs are being used in combination as formulation, it has a multiple effect than a single herb. There are different qualities of a herb we need to analyze and understand. How is this possible? Compared to the traditional formulas, Kayunyadi, Neelabringadi, Nalpamaradi, Eladi, Malatyadi, all are the traditional formulas wherein the manufacturers has branded their own product specifically for hair growth and come out with a different formulas. Are all these having the same effect? This is a confusing point where we need to discuss. We have an understanding with other system of medicines that for fever you take a common drug. Generic medicines are there with the different names, but the ingredient we use for fever would be the same. But in Ayurveda, we have different formulations, different preparations of a varied kind of kalpanas we say. Arishtas, Kashayas, Lehas, Churnas, all those stuff matters very much. The mode of action depends on our formulation, what way we take it. Kashaya has a action for converting, transforming the doshas, the condition existing for the disease to come. Wherein the other medicines which are being used as lehas, churnas all have associated recommendations. But while coming to nourishment, avalehas which are being licked in has got a cumulative effect, ongoing result in these kind of activities. Narasimha Rasayanam is a popular traditional formula of Ayurveda which has one of its effect to improve the hair growth. It has a rejuvenative purpose to improve our resistance, to bring back our youthfulness, vigor, stamina, everything. The Narasimha Rasayanam is too good. It can be taken by people of any age, irrespective of the age you can have it, for young as well as for old. It is too good for restoring your primary health. Eclipta alba has some other benefit even to improve the health of liver. It has a capacity to reduce the edema, the swellings of the joints in rheumatism. It can be internally used. So, coming back to Neelamari, indigo, it has a dyeing effect which has been used to change the texture and color of the hair follicle. Prapundari Gandhi is another formulation popularly used in Kerala for improving the premature hair graying. The age matters in graying very much because once you pass the age of say 20, the cellular growth of specifically hair does retards, slows down. So the medicines continuously used for a longer period might give a lighter effect than expected. How much time do you require a hair oil to be applied on your scalp? Do you need to apply hair oil on the hair follicles? All those has to be understood perfectly to have a positive effect on the hair fall, to stop the hair fall. Generally, minimum duration of application before bath of an hair oil is ideal to have it for 30 minutes, and the shampoos are too much sophisticated to clean off the oils being applied. It drains off the texture which is smooth and oily after the application of the oil. So better to stick on to the preparations of Ayurveda. Herbal powders, there are a lot many. Green gram powder, urad dal powder, all those are helping to cleanse off the oil applied excessively. Rather than in the morning, if you apply the oil in the evening, the change in our lifestyle to travel around, to move around in different climatic conditions, we get a lot sweating of our body as well as head, which can settle the impurities, the dust in the atmosphere with the oily texture of our scalp on the head. So if we apply oil in the morning, according to Ayurvedic concepts, basics, that is the best option. But if we alter, change according to our way of living, we can try to use it in the evening before sunset. In Ayurveda, we don't advise to apply oil after sunset. There are few many preparations of Avaleha kind which are nutritious for the hair growth. The fish, green leafy vegetables, the berries, all these are the chosen food which will improve the growth of hair. Almonds, nuts definitely helps us to promote the hair growth. To summarize, we have to change our oil application in the head, specifically suggested for improving the hair growth. Minimum period of oil application for a day is half an hour minimum, and for getting an ideal result you will have to wait say for 30 days to 3 months for an optimum observation of result of say 30 to 40% of improved hair growth. If it helps us in this period, we can continue up till the desired result. There is a natural process of hair fall coming with our age. We have to understand that. There is a saying, there is no remedy for jealousy and baldness. So while applying oil on the head, we have to be convinced about the status of baldness. Of course, the hereditary factors contribute much of it, rather than the water we use. We are using these days mostly treated water. So while we wash or rinse our head with a shower, there is a great risk of increasing the hair fall. To reduce it, better keep the water to wash for the hair for a day overnight and use it to sediment whatever being its inclusions. If we can prepare the water specifically for rinsing our scalp, it is ideal to have amla water. Take a handful of dry amla, powder it in the mixie and boil it in 1 bucket of water, and after cooling, without warmth of room temperature, you have to use to rinse the scalp at least in a week 2 or 3 times. If you do that, it will help to improve the hair growth. Aloe vera is a popular herb which is in practice for many things. It has got anti-cancerous activity even. Aloe vera gel, raw one, not the one you get in the packed containers. You try to get it scraped off from the skin and apply on the scalp for 20-25 minutes a day. In a 2 weeks time, once or twice you can have it. These hair treatments or scalp treatments will add on the impact of hair growth and resist the hair fall altogether. So, to conclude, we will start observing the inner strength of the hair growth altogether, which will reduce the rate of hair fall. Ayurveda is a natural science, the way to live in a healthy way. Follow it, practice it, and live healthily to avoid spending on diseases with unnecessary medicines. Let's practice a healthy lifestyle of Ayurveda. Thank you.